Hello everybody, today I'm going to be showing you some autumn themed DIYs that I've made for my own room, or fall, depending on where you live. They're really simple, really quick, and use pretty much supplies I had around my house, so let's get going. Okay, so first I'm going to be showing you how to make some really cute tea light holders, and all you need to do is get some jars. I'll leave a link to the ones I got from Amazon in the description box, and you just want to cover your jar completely in Mod Podge. I went out and collected some autumn coloured leaves, so I got some red, green, brown, whatever I could find, and then I just covered them in Mod Podge and then just pushed them onto my jar. It was a little bit fiddly to get them to stay, but they will eventually. I found that the edges were lifting up a little bit as they dried, but don't worry, I do have a plan for that in a minute, so just bear with me. Okay, so here it is with all the leaves stuck on, and you can see they're kind of coming off at the edges. So I just got some string and I tied it on to hold the leaves into place. I left it on for the overall design because I like the rustic look, but you can probably cut them off when it's dry. I just trimmed the ends off because I just thought it looked a little bit too much, and then that is literally all I did, and I just left it to dry. Okay, so for my second type of tea light holder, I just got a jar and I mixed a 50-50 solution of Mod Podge and water, and then mix some paint in with it, whatever colour you wanted. I went for orange, and I just built it up into layers to make it as dark or as light as I wanted. Then I tied a little bit of string around the top in a bow, and that is literally how easy that one is. I made a darker one and a lighter one just to show you. Okay, so next I made some coloured rice to go in the bottom of my tea light holder. So I collected the amount of rice I wanted, I mixed it with some water to make sure it was all wet, but there wasn't any spare water in the cup. Then I put in a few drops of food colouring and mixed it all up to make sure all the rice was covered in the food colouring. When it was all covered, I laid it out on a piece of kitchen towel to let it dry. So when it was all dry, I collected it back into my cup and spread it out evenly between the 3 tea light holders that had about 1 centimetre at the bottom of each. Then I just popped in some candles. I happened to have some orange and purple ones which I thought were quite full coloured, so I used those, and then that is it. You just need to light your candles and you've got some really cute autumn tea light holders. This next one is an idea I kind of made up as I went because I didn't really know what I wanted it to look like. I wanted a kind of autumn themed quote tree thing, and you'll see what I mean when I finished it. But the first thing I did was I went out into the garden and I collected a load of roughly the same height twigs, and then I just started placing them together, just wanted them in a way that I thought they would stand up and look quite cute. So it's just a bit of trial and error. I ended up using string to hold them together and then covering it in Mod Podge to solidify it, but whatever works for you, you do. Okay, so when it was all together and solid and I'd let it dry, I printed off these little quote things that I made, and they're just loads of different autumn themed quotes. I can put a link to those on my Pinterest page because I've got them saved if you want it. And then I just tied a little bit of this rustic string onto the back, let it dry, and then I just put them all over my tree hanging off. Some of them I had to use a little bit of glue to stick on, but just however you want to stick them on, you do it. So there it is finished. I just thought it was a cute way to help you get over your summer blues and remind you that autumn actually is a really beautiful time of year. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you is this really cute hanging pine cone decoration thing, and it's really easy to make. All I did was went out into the garden and collected as many pine cones as I wanted, and I mixed up a colour. I went with a mint because it goes with my room colour, but use whatever colour you like. And I just kind of loosely brushed it onto the ends of the pine cone, as you can see what I'm doing here. Just didn't have to be too neat, just however you like it. And while the paint is still wet, I just rolled it into some glitter just to add a little bit of sparkle, and yeah, that is literally all you have to do to the pine cones. Then I just chose what length of string I want. I'll leave a link to this string in the description box because I've used it I think on all these DIYs. And I just stuck the pine cones onto it at like equal intervals. I just used some of this kind of 3-in-1 glue, and then I just covered it with some Elmer's glue just to make sure it was really holding to place, and then you just want to let it dry. And then I just hung it across my shelf and it looks really cute there, and it's probably my favourite DIY from this video. So there you go guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It really helped me get over my summer blues and I'm really loving autumn now. So yeah, if you haven't got any of these, I'd love to see them. And have a lovely day and I will see you later.